Hello TL Travelers and welcome back to the TL Travel YouTube channel. Today I am doing a storytime video for you guys about a time when my travel plans did not go exactly as planned and the crazy adventure that it led to. So it has been about 5 years since mine and Derek's trip to South America. We were there for 6 months, and so I'm gonna tell you right now, like, if you are really familiar with South America and the Argentina, Chile sort of border crossing situation and all of that stuff, I might mix up a name of a small town here or there, or I just don't remember it because I didn't write it down. So I apologize for that if that is something that happens. So this story starts in Futaleufu, which was one of my favorite places and like unexpected places to visit during our travels. We went whitewater rafting there and it was so great, but what happened after that was rather interesting. So from Futaleufu, we were trying to get to, and I do not have to pronounce the name of the city, so just bear with me. Koihake? I'm not even gonna try anymore. I'll write it. I'm gonna write it right down here. So that's where we were trying to get. And we were traveling, so in most parts of the world, people will tell you travel in the off season, because if you're traveling in off season, you're more likely to get better deals on hostels and guest houses and hotels. This, while not being untrue, you do get deals, but in South America, it's a little bit different because in off season, those buses that you rely on don't come as often as you would like, or as often as listed, or sometimes they just decide last minute they're not going to take off at all. So we were trying to get from Futaleufu to, and the instructions that we had been given to get there were that we were to get on the bus to Chaiten, which is like from Futaleufu sort of up and like closer to the coast. And at about the 30 minute mark, a little ways into that trip, we were gonna come across a small town. And in that small town, we were to get off of the bus and go to the door of a local. And it was explained to us that this is very common, that we shouldn't worry about it, that they expect it to happen, so they'll all be very nice and kind. But we were to go to the door of a local and ask them for directions to the road where we would hitchhike. So then once we started hitchhiking, we would hitchhike to a certain point and then get off at where there's like a crossroads, and then from that crossroads we would be able to get on another local bus that would take us to that city that starts with a C. So of course Derek and I get on the bus and we have got our eye out for this city that we're looking for, and at the time I knew the name of it, but I didn't write it down and I couldn't find it on the map. I'm really not sure what the name of this little town was, but at the top of the bus there was like a little screen that was displaying like every little town or like little region or like the name of the stops where we could get off. But the town was so small, so very small and desolate, that we didn't really realize that like when the name came up, that was it right there. We thought like, oh okay, like the name has come up, that will be the next place that the bus stops, so we will wait for that. So of course we didn't ask the bus to stop, nobody else got off the bus, and we just kept driving. And upon reaching the other side of this town, which I wish that I had a photo of it and could share with you the photo, but I didn't even think to take a photo because it was like, there's nothing there. So not having booked accommodations in advance or anything like that, we just thought, okay, you know what? Little detour, let's not get off the bus in the middle of nowhere where we have no idea where we are. We will just continue on to Chaiten, and when we get off there, like that's a big city, we'll get off there at the bus stop, we'll catch the next bus, and then we'll take the bus south, no big deal. So we did that. We were on the bus, I believe it was I think it was a few hours that we stayed on the bus. We got to Chaiten, got off the bus, and went to figure out how we could catch the next bus, which was listed on the schedule as leaving in the next 30 minutes. Off season, I'll tell you. So we went to get our tickets for this bus, and we were informed that in fact the bus wasn't going. It wasn't going now, it wasn't going later, it wasn't going tomorrow, it was going in 3 days. So we were about at our wits' end, and then we were informed that there was a British man, and I'm going to call him Dave, and Dave was in a situation where he had made arrangements with someone from Chaiten to have a personal driver in a van drive him from Chaiten all the way to that C-named city that I cannot pronounce. And we were informed that if we asked his permission and maybe gave him a little bit of money, maybe he wouldn't mind so much if we hopped in with him. So we spoke to Dave, and little did we know that there was another couple as well. They were from Denmark, and they were also in the same situation where they had arrived in Chaitan to catch the bus, and the bus wasn't leaving for 3 days, and they were going in the same direction. So they had also already asked Dave if there was room in the van. So basically we were all just hopping in with him, and thankfully he was so kind, and he said, yeah, for sure, like, spot me some money and we'll all just go on this journey together. So Derek and I threw our stuff into the van and got in with the couple that were from Belgium? I'm gonna just keep on guessing. And we went on our way. So we traveled with them basically all the way to a town, La Junta. And then the three of us met a lovely French girl with whom we added to our crazy little group of travelers, and we all went onwards together, basically all the way to El Chalten. By the time that we made it to our final destination, we were only 1 day behind in our schedule, and at the end of the day, we ended up making friends with travelers who were along the same route, who we did end up meeting up with a couple of more times, even further south down the line, which was great because, you know, you have a friendly face to run into and share some stories. And had we not met up with Dave, we would not have seen a lot of the sites along the way that he had planned to see and learned a lot of the things that we learned. And we really just had this amazing adventure, and an adventure that ended up being one of the highlights of our entire South America trip. So that is my story about my travel blunder that turned into an epic adventure. If you have ever experienced anything like this in your travels, I would love for you to leave it in the comments below. I'd love hearing about your travels, and if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, definitely do so. We post new travel content every Thursday and Sunday, and we have so many great travels coming up in 2017 that I'm excited to share with you. We are getting on the road here any day now, so hang in there with me. And in the meantime, we have a ton of great tips and tricks and storytime videos to share with you, so you guys won't get bored. And until next time, stay great and travel safe. Bye guys.